smiles does it take to be happy? How many times do you have to feel lonely before you get the chance to meet someone, before you get to meet someone like you? How many songs can you write about heartbreak? How to go on when you're fed up with mistakes? Maybe I just found the answers. Maybe I just found the answers in you.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today's video, as you can tell by the title of this video, is just Harper's 10-month update. She turned 10 months old on the 7th. So yeah, I haven't done an update for Harper for quite some time. So I wanted to, more so I haven't, because it's hard to sort of get her at a time, I guess, where she's happy, content, all right for us to film it. But because obviously I want her in it because it's her 10-month-old update. So I thought today I'm going to do it because I like to have these for obviously friends and family and for us to look back on as Harper's growing. So I did say originally I was going to try and do this up until 12 months old. So yeah, but like I said, I have missed a few months. But yeah, I'm here today. I'm going to sit down and do it. There is little milestones that she's hit, which I'm really excited about, and it's just so cute to see her doing these things. So she has started crawling. She's been doing that probably the last week and a bit. So yeah, mostly if you leave a remote sort of sitting there, she'll crawl to get the remote. So because she just has an obsession with remotes and leads. Like if I've got the tripod sitting there, she'll come over and try and get that. So yeah, she just really has an obsession with remotes. So we put the remote out and she crawls to get that. So that's really sweet. She's still a fairly good sleeper. Like the last few weeks I've noticed that she's been a bit funny, but I think that's because she's getting her 4th tooth. So she's got 2 down the bottom, 1 up the top, and then the second one next to that is coming through. Isn't it, miss? Isn't it, miss? So yeah, I think it's because of the teething, because I've noticed the difference in her poos as well. Like the, how they sort of sting their bottoms and stuff. So yeah, I've noticed a difference with that. So yeah, it probably was, way over, probably 2 months ago now. We had a bit, I got very scared. Harper was definitely not herself, vomiting a lot. So we ended up taking her to the hospital because I just was too freaked out by it. And I mean, we only live like 5 minutes drive from the hospital. So we run her up there. Well, I did on the Saturday morning, Kelvin was working. And they checked her, sugar. That was very low. Her sugar levels were very low. She was very dehydrated. So they said it was a good thing. What's the matter? Oh. Hey? What's the matter? Do you want something? You want something to play with? This is why it took me so long to film, because yeah, it's very hard, obviously with the baby. So yeah, so we took her to the hospital, found out all that. So we had to stay there. We stayed there till her levels come back up, 4.1 I think it was, her sugar level. So they got down to 2 point something. So they said obviously that was very low. So yeah, we stayed there and just syringed in her mouth watered down apple juice until, every 10 minutes. Gave her about 3 mils, so until they checked it and it riz. And they also took a urine sample. That was very, very hard to get from a baby. She had to sort of sit there on the bed, and we had to sort of wait and watched till she did a wee and catched it with the cup. So I thought that was never going to happen. I thought that was completely impossible, and I was sort of looking away at the time, and Kelvin quickly grabbed the cup and got it. So yeah, but that was a very, very big scare. She was just constantly spewing. It was more so after every feed, after every bottle. So we're sort of thinking, oh no, is she having, something with the formula? Do we have to change the formula or whatnot? Because she's still on the Nan formula that we've always gave her the whole time. She come good pretty well as soon as we kept those sugar levels up and just gave her watered down apple juice at home, continued that on. So, and also syringing water into her mouth, because she's not very good at picking up a bottle. I've got her several different bottles and trying her with the water. So she's not a very good, yeah, which is a bit disappointing. Like, yeah, I just wish that, well, I keep offering it to her and hoping one day she'll just pick it up, and I'm sure she will. I'm sure she will. But as far as the feeding, she probably only really has a bottle before every nap, and she's probably having 2 decent naps a day now. So, and we're still trying to keep her around her bedtime at 6:30. So yeah, she's going down about that time. The last couple of nights she's been a bit off, a bit funny. Feels like waking, well, every few hours. So, but like I said, and it's gotten really, really cool here in New South Wales where we live. So yeah, it's definitely hit winter. So, but we just sort of I got her a thicker sleeping bag, like swaddle, zip-up swaddle that she uses, her Love to Dream one. I sort of got her a warmer one the other day of that. So that's a 3.5 tog. So that's for the cooler months. So yeah, but yeah, but her sleeping overall is pretty good still. Like, but when she was sick, it was really bad, and it sort of makes you realise how good a sleeper she really is when she gets sick, and you really notice it. So yeah, but I mean, overall she's great. She's sitting up for a lot longer periods of time on her own, unsupported now, which is really good. I mean, I wouldn't feel confident just to leave her sitting there and say walk away. She's not at that yet. But yeah, the crawling is very good, isn't it? It's very good. It's very good. Yeah, she's definitely starting to get her own little personality now. Like, yeah, very boisterous. I think she's going to be very boisterous. So, or just from going on how she is now as a 10-month-old. I mean, that could change, but I have to wait and see, I guess. But yes. Hey, miss. Hey, miss. We're definitely going to get her into swimming lessons. Bentley was into swimming lessons. He got into swimming lessons young. So up here at the local pool, get her into swimming lessons. But I didn't really want to start that just yet because it's so cool here. It's so cold here now. So when the weather starts to warm up, when we go into the warmer months, I'll definitely enroll her into swimming lessons. Yes, we will. You get swimming, miss. Yeah, I mean, she loves the bath and that still. She loves the water, no problem there. We are still actually bathing her in the laundry tub, which is just insane. Like 10 months old and still be bathing her in the laundry tub. She's still quite little. I think she's more so in the length. She's quite long. So, and I've got her enrolled into daycare starting August the 5th for a Thursday and Friday. So, and I'll go back to work the Thursday and Fridays, but she's at daycare. So I'm a bit upset about that, but I mean, it's got to happen. So, do you want to go lay down, Bubba, on your mat? You want to go lay down on your mat? It's been so hard for me to do an update of Harper. Obviously, I well and truly want to, because I want to have these to look back on as well, and also to share with you too, her milestones and where she's at certain ages. So yes, I mean, that's only really where she's at now, and she's more so, like, I do her up the pureed vegetables and all that as a puree. I do all them up, steam them and puree them, and she's still, we make a point of her having dinner with us overnight. So yeah, but if we've got vegetables there that are obviously in solid form, she'd prefer them. Like last night I gave her a bit of my carrot and she was happy chewing on that. So she, definitely seems to be wanting the more solider foods. Like I made a soup last night, and so I pureed that. It was just jam-packed full of vegetables. But yeah, she wanted the more solider vegetables that were in our soup. So I just gave her them, and I mean, she sort of will chew on a bit of apple now. I just take the skin off. She'll chew on that. So, and she's still really loving her little puff things that I get from the grocery store. I've showed them before. She loves them, and she did really enjoy the baby mums, but she's sort of gone a bit off them at the minute, so, which is a shame because I have a lot of them and they last longer than the little puffs, the organic puffs that she loves. And my mum, the times that she's been out with us, has picked up on it and noticed it. She's she's really happy a lot of the time. Like, she's not a real sooky baby, winchy baby, unless she's obviously tired or hungry, those sorts of things. But yeah, my mum even picked up when she's out in a pram, like we've got her out at the shop or whatever. She's very good. Like she'll just sit in the pram, look around. She's very good. She takes in all her surroundings, and she just loves seeing other children. Like if there's kids playing, she just stares at them, like full mesmerised by them. So yeah, but overall she's doing very well. At 10 months, I just can't believe she's come up to 10 months old. That's just crazy. So I'm going to get her. We're going to get her first birthday stuff organised soon, so I'll definitely film a bit of that and bring you along on that. Now, I do want to try and make her cake. I have a girlfriend that's a beautiful cake maker, so I might get some tips and tricks off her because I really want to make it. I do love those unicorn cakes, but I think sort of my league of cake making. I think Bentley's 6th birthday was the only cake I didn't make. He had that with his best friend because their birthdays were in the same month. So we had a sort of combined 6th birthday just at a park for them. So yeah, that was the only cake of his I didn't make, 6th birthday cake. So yeah, but have a go and we'll see how it turns out. You will see it, so that's very exciting. Yeah, like you could so easily go so overboard with kids' birthdays. I'm going to try and keep it affordable. So, because obviously it's a first birthday party, so I don't want to go too over the top, but I also want it to be lovely as well. So it's a fine line. So yes, well, I think that's pretty much it for Harper now. I still use the cloth nappies and the disposable nappies. Obviously when she's sick, or if obviously I'm unwell or something like that, I just go straight to the disposable nappies because they're so much more convenient. But I do feel a bit weird or guilty when I use the disposables for too long. Like just when I get out, it's just a habit, I guess, of using the nappies and going to the disposables. It just feels like a bit of a, yeah, I've broken out a habit type thing. So, and I'm a very habit routine sort of person. Anyone that knows me knows that. Well, I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and I know it was only a short one, but yeah, that's all I really have to update you on. But like I said, I want to keep doing these updates for the next few months, just so they're always there to look back on, and I can share with people what she's doing. Just the difference. I guess all babies are different, but like some people tell me, you know, that their babies were sitting up. And when I was out the other day actually, and there was a little boy there with his mum, and he looked only really tiny little thing, and probably nearly on Harper's size. And I said to her, how old's your son? And she turned around and said 10 months. And this was before Harper hit that 10-month mark. And I was just like, oh my gosh, and here he's walking around. And then I said, does he have, you know, any other siblings and that? Because I know sometimes that can help with their development and hit their milestones quicker if they're around children a lot, watching them. But she said, no, he goes to daycare. So she was a teacher at the daycare, so he went to the daycare where she teached at. So yeah, I was like, wow, that's insane. But yeah, because I always had heard, like when I had Bentley, I'd always heard that girls were quicker with things, like as far as toilet training and that goes. So yeah, I guess we'll have to see when all that fun stuff starts. But I'm really happy now that she's started doing that crawling, so she's getting the gist of that. But see, I'm a real softie, like I'm real, like, you know, if she's trying to get for something, I find it hard not to bring it to her, but I know that's not helping her at all. It's not helping her, but I feel bad making her work for it, I suppose. It's just a mum thing. But yeah, I've got to learn that this is good for her. She needs to do this. She needs to be let do this stuff. And, you know, even with Bentley, I've always been, you know, they start sooking. If she's in a walk and she starts getting grizzly sooking, I go straight over and sort of pick her up. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that, obviously, if you're a first-time mum or anything like that, because they do work you out, and it's not good in the long run. But yes, well, that's it for me today and on Harper's update. So like I said, I really hope you enjoyed this, and I'll continue to try and keep uploading Harper's updates until she's 12 months old. And yes, well, if you're new here and you enjoy this style of video, I really hope you consider hitting that subscribe button. Give this video a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. I'll see you in my next one.